Antifa thugs take over Boston, locals horrified at what they do to police. Antifa has shown their true colors and intent time and time again, and yet they have managed each time to get away with acts of violence and inciting. The terror group is well known for throwing balloons full of feces and urine, which last I checked fell under assault with a deadly just like spitting on a person does, yet they suffer no large number of punishments. On Saturday in Boston, however, they took it all to an extreme low even for them. When conservatives at the free speech rally were outnumbered 50 to 30,000, it became apparent that the police had to act, and they did. While rushing to get the patriots out from behind enemy lines, the police suddenly became the object of rage from Antifa members. That wasn't the only moment of violence against the police officers of Boston PD. Many such skirmishes were acted out throughout many areas surrounding the rally, and it resulted in a heavily saturated social media frenzy. All officers involved appeared to have handled it with amazing restraint and professionalism. Antifa even pulled their bodily fluid bombs out on officers a few times, and then laughed about it on Twitter. Board with nails were brought in and used as well. Boston PD eventually has to start arresting Antifa members just to get them to stop. Most of us are aware of Antifa's loathing for the law as well as any whose job it is to impose it, but yesterday was probably the first time it was so heavily advertised via even the mainstream media. The foul language hurled at cops for simply doing their jobs is disgusting and saddening. We are intelligent enough to realize that Antifa is not the whole of the liberal left, and surely at some point the left itself will come forward denouncing Antifa. Surely a terrorist organization that is funded by a known Nazi and worldwide criminal should be recognized for what it really is. The old back-and-forth debates between the liberals and the conservatives sure does seem like an enjoyable pastime compared to what roaming our streets in the name of liberalism. Even the mainstream media is finally calling it out for what it is. With Antifa clashing with police officers, they are at least calling them unruly, which is a far leap from the innocent victim image that the media has given Antifa in the past. They also call them out for not being locals. Keep in mind CBS does try to soften it up, but they do call it out to begin with. Maybe this is a small turning point, at least for truth. Some of the verbal rhetoric by reporters in this next clip will make you angry, but pay attention, because this video is something that normally CNN doesn't do because they don't want to muddy up their own hate group's appearance. However, they sure did a good job showing the country what Antifa really is, which is anti-government, hate-filled, violent, and disgusting. The right is not the ones that are pushing this filth. The conclusion to all of these rallies, regardless of who organizes them, is that Antifa is succeeding in appearing like the winning force by using our own law-abiding and permit-held rallies against us. Notice I say appearing in quotes. The media has given Antifa a voice and a platform and the defense of somehow doing the right thing. We know that the mainstream media is also very anti-cop, so it shouldn't be surprising that cops are now a target bigger than they were even last year with BLM. This is Nazism in its truest form. Stop feeding Antifa. Fall back, reassess how best to go at this, and maybe we can turn it around before it is too late. Planning more rallies for the right only gives Antifa a breeding ground. They expect us to do it, and they need us to do it because they won't go about their own rallies the legal way in most cases. Pay attention, America, you are actually laying the stepping stones for these scum. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.